Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nyi Raden Sekar. Now I want to presentation about my scientific research. First of all, I want to explain chapter 1. The background of the problems faced in this case is high daily mobility. The center of Indonesia's economic activity is still centered in Jabodetabek, precisely in Jakarta. This has affected high daily mobility because it involves many workers who are not only domiciled in Jakarta, but also from various surrounding areas to be able to do activities in the city. Therefore, we need to develop a transportation that can support the daily mobility of workers from the outside of Jakarta that are effective and efficient, also prioritizing comfortability and safety for the users. The data told that Jabodetabek area has the most train passengers compared to others. This proves that it is true that there is a high daily mobility in the Jabodetabek area. Until now, even though the train transportation is still the most preferred choice by the general public, Indonesian commuter rail transportation still causes consumer dissatisfaction, like train schedules delays, damage to several AC facilities on the train, the lack of available information boards, lack of officer security at station and inside train cars, lack of security in vehicle parking lots, and most importantly, the number of carriages passengers that are not proportional to the number of passengers, which result in overload at several stations. PT KCI fully understands that the improvement of service quality and various other facilities in trains must be continuously improved and considered, so that passengers can feel comfortable and safe in using the train as a mode of transportation. Hopefully, the services and facilities provided are very good and customers will be satisfied. In this research, there is 3 formulations of the problem. First, how is the quality of service provided by PT KAI Komuter Indonesia? Second, how is the loyalty of customers to PT KAI Komuter Indonesia? And the third one is, does the quality of service affect the customer loyalty of PT KAI Komuter Indonesia? Research purposes: describe the quality of service provided by PT KAI Komuter Indonesia, find out how customer loyalty to PT KAI Komuter Indonesia, determine the effect of service quality on customer loyalty PT KAI Komuter Indonesia. Chapter 2, Theoretical Study. Service quality. Based on several existing theories, so it can be explained that the notion of service quality is the best service provided by a company to customers to meet their needs and also to exceed customer expectations. According to Parasurman, there are indicators of service quality will be grouped in the 5 dimensions of service quality. There are tangible, responsiveness, reliability, empathy, and assurance. Customer loyalty. Based on several existing theories, it can be explained that customer loyalty is an attitude followed by the behavior of customers who purchase products or use services repeatedly and consistently without being influenced by other things. According to Sampain, customer loyalty has 2 dimensions. There are behavior dimension and attitude dimension. Methodology of the research. The research will be conducted in the Jakarta area with a given period of time from March to April 2021 via Google Form. The research method used in this research is descriptive analysis method using a quantitative method approach. The population of this research was students of the Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta. The sampling method used by researchers is non-probability sampling. The number of indicators in this study is 18 indicators. Then it can be multiplied 7. So based on the calculation of the formula, the number of samples obtained was 126 respondents. The method data analysis. We can see from the table that S1 management and D3 marketing management have the highest number of respondents. The total is 28 people, and S1 accounting has the fewest number of respondents. The total is only 7 people. And in distributing questionnaires, the researchers found that the number of respondents with the gender of women is more than men. Validity test. The result of this study indicate that the result of error count from each statement exceeds the error table. So it can be concluded that all questionnaire statements used are valid except for statements on variable X indicator with code ASCII14 because the error count is smaller than the error table. The result of data analysis. Reliability test. The result of this study indicated that the result of each of the variables Cornbench alpha was 0.74 and 0.78 that qualify and can be concluded that the questionnaires used are reliable. Statistic. descriptive. In statement 1, we got 77.78% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 2, we got 72.22% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 3, we got 76.17% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 4, we got 70.73% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 5, we got 94.44% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 6, we got 76.19% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 7, we got 73.81% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 8, we got 56.35% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 9, we got 61.11% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 10, we got 43.65% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 11, we got 63.49% of respondents agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 12, we got 71.43% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 13, we got 77.78% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. It can be concluded that a quality variable produces a total average of 6.17% of respondents stated strongly disagree and disagree. 23.38% of respondents say they were neutral, and 70.39% of other respondents agreed and strongly agreed. Customer loyalty variable. In the statement 1, we got 87.3% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 2, we got 78.57% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 3, we got 83.33% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 4, we got 44.44% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. In the statement 5, we got 67.46% of respondents that agreed and strongly agreed. So it can be concluded the service loyalty variable produces a total average of 5.61% of respondents who strongly disagree and agree. 17.90% of respondents say they were neutral, and 60.19% of the other respondents are agreed and strongly agreed. Thus, it can be seen that the significance value in the data processing is 0 to 100, and it means the normality requirements that exceed more than 0.05, so that it can be concluded that the residual value is normally distributed. For the linearity test, significant values obtained for 0.17 it qualifies linearly significant value that exceed more than 0.05. So it can be concluded that the relationship of each variable are linear. The simple regression linear analysis. The regression equation for the constant value of the customer loyalty variable is 7.331. Meanwhile, the value of the service quality variable is 0.241. This explains that service quality has a positive influence on customer loyalty, where each growth value increases by 1 unit. The customer loyalty value increases by 0.7241. So it can be concluded that there is a significant effect in each variable. Last is the value of the coefficient of determination is 0.416, and it has met the coefficient of determination requirements. They show that customer loyalty is influenced by the service quality variable by 41.6%, while the remaining 58.4% is influenced by other variables that not examined by researchers in this study. Hypothesis of professional conjuncture in this study is H0. Customer relationship management has no positive and significant effect on customer loyalty, and H1 is customer relationship management has a positive and a significant effect of customer loyalty. The significance value of this study is 0.000. That it means less than 0.05, which states that 0 is rejected, then it can be concluded that there is a positive and a significant influence of service quality on customer loyalty. Thus, PT KAI must maintain the quality of its services to gain customer loyalty. The conclusion: service quality is the best service provided by a company to customers to meet customer needs and also to exceed customer expectation. The customer loyalty is an attitude followed by the behavior of customers who purchase products or service repeatedly and consistently without being influenced by other things. The result of this study indicate that the influence of service quality variables on customer loyalty is positive and significant. If the quality of service increases, the customer will be more loyal. This is evidenced by the significance value of 0.000 and the coefficient of determination of 0.416, where customer loyalty is influenced by 41.6% by customer relationship management, and the other 58.04% are influenced by other variables that not examined in this research. So, for the recommendation for companies based on the result of the descriptive analysis of respondents, the weakest and the lowest indicator in the service quality variable is the suitability of the departure schedules and the dimension of assurance. Thus, the advice to the researchers is the COMMUTER PT KAI Indonesia should improve train departure system to be better in handling complaints, discrepancy, train departure schedules are informed. For the next researchers, hopefully in the next researchers, they can develop the research by increasing in reach of respondents not only in the Faculty of Economics State University of Jakarta and researching other variables that can increase customer loyalty. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.